When you want to create change in your life, you need to believe that you will succeed. And if you're not currently having the results that you want, it's either because you are believing that something else is true for you, like it's too hard, or I can't, or I'm not worth the effort, or because you aren't taking responsibility for the creation of your own results. You see, in the end, it is our thoughts that generate our feelings that drive our actions, and our actions that produce the results we see in the world. Our thoughts create our results. And changing your life isn't something that just happens to you. So often we will set a goal and we will aim to achieve it, we'll want to achieve it. And we sit around and we wait, we procrastinate, we avoid, and we just keep doing the same things we've already been doing. And so often we're surprised when that life doesn't just drop into our laps and happen. Of course, staying stuck on your journey to the life that you want also doesn't just happen to you. It's also something you do. The good news is about all of this is that if you want to take action, if you want to create a life that's different from the one you have, if you want to change something about yourself or your circumstances or your finances or your body, then you just have to start believing that it is true for you to have that, and practice living that belief right now. No one can do it for you. You must inspire yourself into action. When I reflect back on my life, that was the pivotal moment that changed everything for me in terms of my weight loss journey. I finally realized that no one else was going to do it for me, that I had to do it. And I had to believe that it was possible for me to succeed. I sustain my weight loss journey now. I sustain my goal and ideal weight. I sustain my healthy life because I now believe that doing so is easy for me. I want to help you create the ease and the joy of achieving and living the life that you want every day. So here's a technique I've learned that can really help you when you need to uncover what is the actual beliefs that you need to be thinking. Our current results are the reflection and the product of our past thinking. So if we want to do something new, maybe something we've never done before, then we need new thinking, we need new beliefs. And to help us gather our belief in ourselves, I want to share with you this following technique. So grab a pen and paper, notes on your phone, and write down as many answers as you can to the following. Firstly, what do you want your friends and family to say about you? What would you like to think that they're thinking? That you're strong, that you're capable, that you achieve what you set out to do, that you're kind and compassionate, that you're genuine and earnest. Do you want your friends and family to think about you? What about your colleagues or your peers, your social circles? What do you want them to think about you? Do you want them to think things like, they're amazing. Wow, I want what they've got. Look at their life. It's unbelievable. Would you like them to think, wow, they can do it, so can I. I want some of that. Write down as many as you thought. And finally, what do you want to think about you? that you're amazing, that you're proud of yourself, that you can achieve anything you set out to do, that you showed up, that you've got your back, that nothing is too big a challenge, that you can handle anything that comes your way. Once again, write down all of these thoughts. And I know for some people, when it comes to thinking about ourselves and thinking about what other people might be thinking of us, we can run into a bit of a block there. So if you are struggling with this, or you're finding it a bit of a challenge, pick someone you admire and write down all of the things you think about them. What do you think about their life, their character, their abilities, their capability? What do you think about their potential? And once you have your list, and seriously, if you're watching this on video, on replay, take the moment to press pause. Complete those thoughts. Write down all of the things you want others to believe about you, or that you believe about someone you admire. And I want you to notice that just by being in the state of wanting them to believe this about you, you're revealing that you already are not yet believing it about yourself. And so that indicates your work. This is what you have to do now, is to practice believing all of these things that are now true for you, that are present in the moment. Because our thoughts always end up in our results. To do that, all you have to do is take a piece of paper again, or a new piece of paper, and take every single one of those statements that you have and turn them around into I statements. So, if I want people to think he's amazing, I have to believe I'm amazing. If you want people to think you're caring, you have to believe I care. Me, I care passionately. Switch them all around into I states and let's write them all down. And as you do this, you'll probably notice that one or two of them really resonates with you. I was doing this activity recently with my coaching clients, and I was thinking about what I want them to think about me. And I want them to think that signing up and working with me is the best decision they've ever made. And so what do I have to believe? If I turn that around to an I statement, I have to believe that signing up and working with me is the best decision that anyone can make. By the way, I really do believe that. If you do want some help in any area of your life, with your weight, with your health, with your relationships, with your emotional life, with your career and your finances, it's all there in your thoughts. Really can't help you. Enough about me. Let's make this more about you. So switch all those I statements around. And when you find one or two that really resonates with you, right, ask yourself the following questions. If I truly believed this about myself, if this was just certain, how would you feel? Would you feel powerful? Would you feel capable? Would you feel assured? Whatever it is for you, write it down. If you believe this thought about yourself, how would it feel? And then what would the things that you would be doing if you were thinking this thought, feeling that way? How would you be showing up in your life? What would you be doing that's different? How would you be showing up at your work, within your relationships, with your friends and your family? What would be different from what you're doing now? So how would you feel? What would you do? And if you did those things, what result would you create in your life? Right? If you were believing this thought and taking action from it, taking those actions you just wrote down from that belief, what result would you create in your life? If it's aligned with the life you want, then all you have to do is take that action. Now, I recommend that this is an exercise that you repeat at least daily, or as often as required throughout the day. Practicing new thoughts is something we do on purpose. does take practice. And of course, you have the choice to believe that that's easy for you. I invite you into that space right now. Go out there and create the life you want by believing in the you want to be. I'd love to know what changes and shifts from what you create. Let me know in the comments if this video has been useful for you. Make sure you give me a like, a comment, or a follow. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button.
If you want more help transitioning into the life that you want to be living, rather than the life that you have, then remember, you can always sign up for a free exploratory coaching session with me on my website. Go to livemorelife.com.au and click on Free Exploratory Session. Fill in the form and I'll be in touch to help you out. Talk to you soon.